For my ducks and my owls, I like to use this type of wing, but I've always had a little bit of trouble getting the second one to look just like the first one. I finally figured out a way to get it done, so this one and this one look almost exactly the same. I'll show you how to do this next. First, we have 6 single crochet in a magic loop and then 6 increases for a total of 12 stitches. Single crochet into the first one of the previous round. In the next stitch, half double crochet, double crochet, in the next stitch 2 treble crochets, then 1 chain, slip stitch in the top of the treble crochet, slip stitch in the middle, of the treble crochet, slip stitch in the bottom of the treble crochet, and then slip stitch into the next single crochet. Go ahead and cut and close with an invisible close. There we go. If this hole here bothers you, it's very easy to get that sewn up. So thread the needle. As usual, to tighten the magic loop, you push this down a bit and go through the first and second single crochet, pull and tighten that, and then pull up your yarn close to where this gap is right here. And then you can just go ahead and weave back and forth of those 2 treble crochets like this. Then I pull that yarn back, and if you just really wanted to, you can also pull through this very small gap right here. So you could go ahead and pull this through like that. And then I usually take this one back to the center, and I just cut it there and then use this end to sew on the wing. For the second wing, also put a single crochet into the first one of the second round. Then we have 4 chains, slip stitch back into the third one, treble crochet into the following stitch, second treble crochet into the same stitch, double crochet into the following stitch, half double crochet, And here you would think that you'd need a single crochet to make it all even, but I actually find that simply slip stitching it into the next stitch actually gives a better result. So here again, and we'll go ahead and do the invisible join again. Right here. There we go. And then on this one, it's really important to go ahead and sew the first gap, because that one's pretty big. So I'm taking the cast on tail and cinching the magic loop through the first and second stitch. Hold tight. Now I need to kind of back up to come back over here. So I'm going to take this stitch right here. And then again, just lightly go through the back of this gap. Back and forth. And then I'm going to come back. Similar to the first wing, if the smaller gap here in the middle bothers you, then you can do the same thing. There's just a little bit here. So you can also go back and forth through those. And then come back towards the middle so that it won't be noticed when you sew it back on. So both this one and the center one here can be cut. And so now we have two wings that are very symmetrical. They look really nice.